Holy shit, it's time for another episode of No Fat 642. And it has been a whirlwind of a weekend, such an awesome time. But doing this podcast is just as good of a time. It's a great ending to an awesome weekend. These boys, NayNay and Angry Dave, I'm telling you, they got some good takes for you, but we just kind of ramble. It's kind of a little bit about sports in this one, but mostly just us shooting the shit for about an hour. So if you got some free time, turn on the speakers, listen to his gibberish, talk like idiots, degenerates. If people really listen to this stuff, man, give us a comment or a like or a follow. Just kidding. I don't even look at that shit, honestly. No time for that. Got to edit it, put it up. Got to get an epi up there. You know how it goes. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's go.
What up?
What up? How you doing, man?
Good.
Oh my gosh.
Just the TV here. We got a lot of action tonight.
Oh yeah, what's going on? You have to fill me in because I've been on the road all day, all weekend. I've been away from sports. Haven't watched nearly anything.
Oh God, well, what a great. Are we on the air yet?
I always start recording when I make the first call. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hell of a way to start a semi-sports podcast by telling everybody that I have no idea what's
Here's
going on.
I'm gonna give you an hour of my insight, but before I do that, I want to let you know that everything I'm about to say is I'm full of shit.
Yeah. So sorry, listeners. The next 25 minutes is just going to be a audio sports center to get AT in the right frame of mind.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Might as well talk women's basketball. Text your brother, tell him to call me so I can just merge the call in.
Okay, hold on a second here.
Yeah, actually, let me just see if I can call him too. Watch me just fuck everything up.
Dude, we had to try the group FaceTime.
Yeah, because then that's gonna be a whirlwind of editing for me. It goes from getting an episode up in 1 hour to getting an episode up in only 2 weeks.
You have to show me the process, man. I can't, because most of these podcasts I listen to, they talk about guys that put it all together. I'm just I wouldn't even know where. Most things are just you have an idea of what to do. I would have no idea.
It's pretty. I mean, for this, it's just like iMovie. You just go put a picture up or a match up with the video that you have and have record audio, and you're pretty much set. After that, you just use the iMovie. It's a learning curve, just learning how that works, where all the different tabs are and everything. But once you figure it out, it's not that difficult. I'd love to go to school to actually figure out how to produce things and make things sound better and know the names of things. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes down to the core of it.
Well, hey, you just said a bunch of stuff, and I still have I'm no closer to knowing what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't even know if I have no idea what's going on. I'm still mentally on the road. I just sat down, unpacked my bags.
Oh, God. Well, dude, it'd be good to get my brother on here because I haven't talked to him either. Apparently he was in Nashville, and I haven't heard from him. But
oh, boy, here he is. Let me just grab him real quick. Hello?
Bro.
All right, do we have any?
Oh.
All right, there we go.
Hey, Nate, Dave Tish here. How are you?
How you doing, boys? How you doing?
Dude, is it weird for you to be at home? Do you even know,
Yeah, I just got done fucking doing laundry. About to pack the bags again for this weekend.
Already?
Where are you going this weekend, NayNay?
Denver.
Ooh.
Oh, you're going to Denver. Oh, shout out.
I gotta go see the old lady.
Oh, shout out to the Mountain Time Zone Pitcher's Mitt. Ew.
Wait, did you say old lady?
Yeah, so things are in the works.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. There's romance in there. It's the holiday season.
I know.
Yeah.
Gets you every time.
Yeah, he won't make it official till January, something well after Christmas.
Gotta be safe. January 2020. We gotta be safe.
Exactly. Gotta watch out. You don't buy any Christmas gifts just yet.
NayNay, tell us about your travels. You've been all over the place.
Dude, I have, man. I honestly, this past one, I was running on fumes, man. But dug deep and went to Nashville this weekend and whipped up the Music City. Lost my voice a little bit.
Hey, hold on a second. Yeah. Hey, folks, he dug deep and dug.
Yeah. He dug deep. Yeah. Wait.
No.
Are you just traveling around for fun like a degenerate and just being able to afford all these great, awesome trips that not nobody else can?
No, see, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, they're all personal, but like, it's not like I'm rolling in the dough. Let's make something clear. Like, I'm basically living paycheck to paycheck to live this life.
Not anymore. Yeah.
You know, that's my thing. Is like I just went on a heater and I just couldn't stop. I was like, fuck, where do I go next? And then I plan them like 2 months out. So that's the thing. And then it's like, oh shit, the month of November, I'm not even home.
Yeah, there's only 4 weekends in November. I'm not here at any of them.
I'm not kidding, man. It was Baton Rouge, Nashville, Denver for 2 of the weekends, and then that's it. And then I come back, and that's December.
Oh damn! And then are you going to California at all for Christmas?
Exactly. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
I just want you to admit to all our listeners: do you or do you not have a job right now?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh.
I am still employed. Shockingly.
Do you or do you not have a credit card that is to your parents that they have forgotten that they have given you? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Even no, I do not. No, I do not.
Your own credit card? Good job.
Yeah, I have my own credit card. Getting the point, guys.
No, 18. Like, I asked my mom and dad, I was like, are you guys sure he's employed? And they, like, kind of look at each other, and I'm like, Jesus. I go, are you sure that he doesn't have any of the credit cards that you let him, like, use to, like, get food and gas in college? And they look at each other like, yeah, I don't think so. And I was just like, that's nice.
They accidentally put like $1 million on it. They added like one too many zeros or two too many zeros, and he's just been living off of an NAU's campus for years.
I mean, you make a joke, but like some point, like it's just getting so out of control. When the pilot's just like, dude, you're on the road a lot.
He's been eating Chick-fil-A and Einstein's bagels for 7.5 years.
Like, I know how much, I'm like doing that, like, I know how much I make, I know how much food costs, I know how much airline tickets, I know all this. So how is this asshole doing all this?
Oh, maybe the lady friend's paying for it all. Is she paying to have you out there? Is she chartering your ass out there?
Oh, dude, no PJs out there yet. She's still in nursing school, so
nursing you back to life, dude. Look at you flying all over the place, man. World traveler, actually, just like American traveler.
Yeah, no, I'm tearing it up domestically. What's up? What's your theory?
No, one of Nicole's friends used to do this. Like, you're kind of like a gigolo, like where you take down like some 6-year-old lady, like you just eat her freaking her poop shoot for like an hour, and she like pays for your whole trip. Dude,
let's be honest, Dave. Like, people would pay high price for Nay too if he went out for it. Like, top dollar. These ladies.
I mean, I'm like sitting here thinking like, give the Craigslist ad like ready to go right now, just saying like 10 grand to eat your box, and I'll come over once a week, you know. But yeah, get a bit of travels.
Little just tongue punch their butthole. Hey, wait, are you saying yes or no to that? Because this is a podcast, and this is basically a Bible, for lack of a better use of it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it has not happened. But I appreciate the idea, guys.
Okay. Dude, what's on the docket, G?
What's that?
What's on the docket for today?
Well, I was hoping you guys could fill me in on what the hell happened in college football. Like, I heard, like Alabama won pretty soundly with their defense, but their offense didn't do shit the second half. Maybe they just stopped playing. But was there any upsets? I was literally back in California having my girl meet my parents. That went well, really well. But I was out of the whole wide world of sports all weekend.
Real quick, Drew, before we get in that talk, is that girl, is it the same one when I was out there that you was in the works?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that would have been bad.
No, yeah, that was a long time ago though, right? Now you gotta
No.
Slow burn.
She was on the chopping block, and you're chopping away, so that's good.
Yeah, I felt like I was like a detective. I had all the people like my cork board was just full of like yarn and pins, and I had it all circled, and I finally had the suspect, and I nailed it, got it down. It was a good weekend though, man. We were in Dana Point yesterday. It was a lot of driving, but you know, I hate when like you go home and you're more busy than when if you just would have stayed in Arizona. You're like, I need a vacation from my vacation kind of thing.
No, dude, seriously, that's how Nashville was this weekend. Granted, I was drinking the entire time, so boo-hoo me. But like, I mean, I went to work today. I'm like exhausted. I'm like, fuck, dude. I was literally drinking for 9 hours yesterday, and like I'm running up.
So how do you do that? What do you drink for 9 hours? I can't drink. You couldn't give me a Zima for 9 hours. I would have died.
I mean, I started off. I've been doing Pink Whitney's, honestly.
Oh no way.
Pink Whitney's have been chilling, but I only do it for a couple hours because then you're gonna be on your ass. And then I switch it up to some beer. And then I usually just pretty much black out with some IPAs at the end.
Do you even have water at all?
I like to do them water every now and then. Maybe
little Blue Dolphin.
Little Blue Dolphin. I like to show up at the bar and like get my like either get an IPA and then get a water with it or something. But that's like Sunday was rough, man. We got after Friday and Saturday, and it was funny, man. Like because the Pats were playing the Titans, so it's fucking Boston people everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. And like, dude, I heard Sweet Caroline requested. I shit you not 1,000 times.
Oh my god.
And I had to listen to it get played like at least 90 times.
So good. So good.
So good.
Da, da, da.
By the end of it, I was like, somebody kill me, dude. Fucking A. Jesus Christ.
The white person.
You're dying.
It's a white person anthem.
Yeah, exactly. But, dude, Nashville has some rockets. Let me tell you, though. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, it's a very attractive city. A lot of country folk.
It was. Honestly, Drew, though, I know you hate country, but you could have there's a couple bars that are, like, they're not every bar is like country. You know what I mean?
I've been. You didn't know I've been. I visited Mike Sikorsky out there like 2 or 3 New Year's ago. It was pretty fun. I know I don't like country, but it's kind of hard when you're at a small bar and there's a country band playing live and they do have some good energy. You enjoy the energy. I'm not like gonna go buy their album and listen to it on Spotify after, but I had a great time at all those bars. The whole strip down there was great. I was bummed I didn't make it to a Preds game because the Preds are a wagon. They're always a wagon.
Listen to this, dude. They were playing the fucking Stars on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
I was watching the Preds game against Dallas. I was like, you gotta be shitting me, man. And seriously, Drew, like tonight, I told Dave to bet the Stars against the Jackets because I was like, the Stars were basically beating them, dominating the entire game, dominating the Preds. And then they fucking let up a goal 27 seconds to tie it up, and then they lose an OT. I was like, dude, they gotta come out swinging tonight, right? That's like a heartbreaking loss. And they're playing like dog shit still, so.
Yeah, see, I finally entered back into the betting world, boys. I went 0 for 2, and I'm out. Put in 100.
That's your bravado?
Yeah, I put in 100 to bookie, and I lost 2 $50 bets, and I thought they were locks. I was so pissed. Done.
Dude, that's rough.
I suck. I'm like, this is why I don't bet. This is fucking why I don't do it.
I will say, I remember back in college when I did that. It is different when you actually have a bookie with a credit line because that's a whole other bag of issues. But like, but that was the worst part. Like every bet was just so meaningful because it was like, fuck, you didn't want to, reload your account. You know what I mean? So you just had to you had to pray to God that your $25 bets or $50 bets hit or you're out.
And they didn't, and I'm out.
And you're out.
I got like a fucktard. What about you, Dave? Are you still with us?
Yeah, so I'm just listening to the stories here. I don't want to interrupt. I always enjoy the NayNay rehash of the weekend.
Oh, my God.
Who went down.
Oh, dude, man. Well, Sunday I was sweating out. I almost owed my bookie almost $1,000, and I was going to be done for the year, boys. I just can't. I couldn't. I can't be traveling flush and pay my bookie $1,000.
Yeah, what is happening? Is your girl paying for your gambling habits too? Are you still using your Jax dollars for gambling too?
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. I basically texted Matt saying, "Hey, might need to get bailed out on this one, but so just get put in that savings account, bud, 'cause I might need a little loan. So.
Yeah, can you stay late in the office and fit a couple extra patients in? Daddy needs some extra money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I luckily hit my 2 bets, and I'm under the window, so now we're...
Wow, you're not going to get your legs broken.
Exactly.
What about you, Dave? You hit any bets this weekend?
Me? No. I had to pay my bookie for the first time in, like, what has it been, Nate? Like, 2 years, year and a half?
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Tail between your legs.
And, you know, it just, like, you got that shit-eating smirk on his face. It's just like, yeah, man. By the time I'm done, you're going to be handing your wife over to pay me, so I'm coming back. Because I've been at, like, 4, you know, we do the whole thing, I don't know, for people at home, like, some bookies, like, some it's about, Odell. Oh, God. Some bookies are like, hey, pay at the end of 500, some are 1,000, like, whatever, you know. So if you're up 500, you get paid. If you're down 500. And I've been at like 400 for like literally like 8 months. Whenever the conference finals were, because I got this, I don't even want to get into it because I'll get upset. I want to keep this peaceful, but like, I got a screw job in the conference finals for the NBA, and then ever since then, I've just been like hanging on. Every week has been to get under 500, basically.
Oh.
And it's like so sick, AT, because you're like celebrating a victory. Like for example, I hit my 2-game parlay on Sunday to get under 1,000, and it's like, oh no, I still am down $1,000.
Yeah, I just don't have to pay.
I'm down $990 now. You know?
Yeah, I just don't have to pay yet. Yay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's so sad, dude. So, I mean, hey, Drew, I've hit a all-time low. You know, we talked about my WNBA bet.
Oh no, what'd you do?
Dude, I bet. Hell, fucking stars, one time, baby.
What just happened? Did you just get your nuts grabbed?
Top shelf for Mama Cookies. Nice little wraparound. He's sitting right in front, and he fucking buries it.
Wait, what game are you watching? What the hell just happened?
Sorry, dude. Stars. I'm watching Stars. Watching Stars versus Jackets. 1-1. 3 minutes left.
Tell them the bet, NayNay. Tell Drew the bet.
We have Stars money line and the 49ers money line.
Oh, okay, that's what's happening. I was like, when the fuck did you become such a Stars fan, dude? You like the Kings? What the hell?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to have money on them.
Yeah.
What do we say, too? I take Al-Qaeda if the odds are right.
What was that?
I take Al-Qaeda if the odds are right.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. If the odds are right on their favor, on their side of the wall, they're gonna fire against the enemy. I'm taking Al-Qaeda.
Dude, Drew. So, let me get back to my all-time low bets. I had a insider in Arizona tell me that McSally was a lock to win the Senate. Okay, and on our website, you can bet on politics. And let's just say I made a nice wager on McSally, and on Tuesday after that, like the end of the election day, the bet cashed. And it said it won. So I thought I won. I bet like $150 on it. I can't believe I bet fucking $50 on a goddamn Senate race. Okay, but I did. Okay, I did. And
she was a lock. Of course you did.
She was a lock. So I told her I was like, dude, that was so easy. Like, the politics is fucking awesome. Like, I love this shit, you know. And then I see like, oh, they're still counting votes. Maricopa County's not done coming in. I'm like, oh, Maricopa's pretty Republican. We should be good here.
We're good.
And look how that fucking played out, dude. So I'm texting my bookie saying, hey man, this should be like a no bet. This is bullshit. Like, it cashed, and then they took the money back. I'm like, this is bullshit. He goes, dude, you're talking to me about fucking politics?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, even the bookie's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, dude,
what is wrong with you? Why are you not in on the action?
yeah. I was like, fuck me, fuck you.
She's a lock, dude.
Yeah, so, needless to say, I'm done with politics.
Hey, I know, I could have told you, I know quite a few people that weren't supporting your bet. That's for sure.
That we're not.
We're not. I work with a lot of Democrats, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know, man. I knew it was gonna be a tight race. I didn't think it was gonna be able to fucking landslide, but.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you, man. If that's your all-time low, then I've already hit your all-time low, and that's pathetic because I put $1 on Bernie Sanders to win way back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got smoked.
Oh, man. Dude, I almost bet on Beto or whatever, whatever the fucking Texas guy was. There was a lot of buzz around here about him. I was like, dude, there's so many fucking Cowboys in West Texas that outnumber however many people that, young millennials that are betting on, or that are voting for Beto. But he had nice odds. It was like plus 500. I was like, fuck, dude, maybe a little hundo on that. That'd be nice.
I hope the guy who bet the farm on Trump is listening to this right now. That'd be nice. He's like, yeah, let me call in. If you guys have a hotline, I'll call in and tell you my story when I put everything I own on Trump.
Well, I said he's going to build that wall. I said, fuck it, I'm putting my life savings on it.
Dude, I thought RJ Bell said something that was the highest payout in Vegas on a political thing was when Trump upset Hillary. I'm pretty sure I read something like that.
Like somebody got paid out huge, just destroyed it.
Yeah, that was the first time I was just like, oh, we're betting politics. Like, oh, okay. Like it's like when you go to like an AA meeting and like somebody's just like, yeah, like I shit my pants at my 6-year-old like dance recital, and you're like, oh shit, like I'm not that big of an alcoholic. That was like I'm not that big of a degenerate gambler,
Yeah, you're like you're betting it on Hillary. Wow, you must really have your head up your ass. Your priorities are messed.
Well, it's just like I just feel bad betting like first half WNBA overs, like I'm like, okay, like there's people worse off than I am.
Yeah, first of all, why are you betting the overs? They can't even make a layup. Like, let's be honest. I'd stop you right there.
Oh, shit.
You guys, so...
lady listeners up there. Allison Taylor, sorry about that.
She doesn't play basketball. And plus, there's no fat chicks that should listen anyways. If you're fat and you're listening and you're a chick, keep listening.
Wait, did you just call your sister fat? Or...
You guys put words in my mouth.
Now you always ask me. Yeah.
Anyways, my sister's not fat, yeah. So anyways, I'll actually be visiting her this weekend. I'm going out to SF to fly out, visit her. It's going to be a riot.
There you go. Look at you. You're traveling, too.
I'm a traveling man.
There you go.
Wait, are you going to be in San? Oh, I'm on call. I was like, I gotta go to San Fran.
Yeah, I was going to say, come out and meet us for a drink. But I'll be out there Thursday night through Saturday.
Oh, nice. Is your girl going with you?
No, she's actually going back to see her family in Colombia for 2 weeks, so she'll be doing her thing.
Colombia what?
Colombia.
I forget where they live in Colombia.
South Carolina or Colombia?
Colombia, like Medellin, Colombia.
No way, Drew. Are you serious?
You're dating? What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she's from Mexico. She's part Mexican and part Colombian.
What?
Dude, that's awesome. Hey, I was just telling my buddy the other day that I went my bachelor party down Colombia, but I think it might be a little too aggressive.
That's aggressive, bro. You count me out. I'll go to the reception. I'll see you at your wedding.
Wait. So introduce the listeners to your girl. Give us the 401 here.
Oh, dude.
She's into cocaine. What else?
What else? What else you like? She's not a degenerate gambler, that's for sure. She's helped me not gamble. No, yeah, she's got. One day I hopefully can go visit Colombia and come back alive. It sounds like a blast, right? But I'm like, her family has like this huge estate down there, and they live pretty damn well. They have like maids and shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm obviously not going to the favelas when I go to Colombia. That's for damn sure.
Dude, I know a girl here in Dallas. She's got her aunt lives in Colombia the same way though, just like a mansion.
Yeah.
Outside Medellin, like on the coast, and yeah, she showed me pictures. It looks good.
Yeah, she'll have a good time, and luckily I'm like, there's like Thanksgiving, and then I'll be in San Francisco, so I'll be busy doing my own shit too.
Right? Are you seeing? Oh my gosh, did you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, you guys are watching the game. I don't have the game on. Let me. You guys talk about that punt while I get that game on my TV.
I mean, he basically beheaded him. But, well, dude, I was going to bring up, I don't know if it's going to be on the Spin Chicklets podcast, but in this Stars game, the Seth Jones cross-checks this guy in the face.
What?
Like, he goes to, like, lay a hit. The guy goes, like, in between the dots, and he, like lowers his shoulder. His stick, like, breaks on the guy's chin. You know what I mean? He just catches him high. And one of the other Stars players, Dickinson or something, comes over and like comes out to help out his teammate, and then cross-checks Seth Jones in the fucking face, and it was like complete melee. And I was like, holy shit! Like, if you guys go see the highlights, it was.
Dude, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna go look it up right now.
Check out the Jamie Benn fight too, dude. He had another good fucking tilt. Another good one.
Dude, they're pissed because they can't. They're not a good team right now.
No, they're not, and I love him, dude. I would fucking play my balls off for that guy, dude. He just drops his gloves and starts throwing haymakers. You know, I mean, it's like one thing to like get the boys like excited, but it's another thing to like legitimately try to kill the other human being that you're fighting.
Yeah, he's when he's not scoring goals, he gets kind of cranky.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Well, it's just funny how you said today he took down some fourth liner, and I'm just like, all I could think about was like that fourth liner walking in and some like Russian going, "Hey, check the game notes, guy, huh?"
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeff. Well, honestly, I was saying how pissed Tortorella was because like Torts is probably like, dude, don't fucking fight the captain. He's trying to obviously get his team riled up, you idiot. Or maybe Torts says.
Or break his jaw so he can't play the rest of the game. I mean, you obviously want guys to get hurt, but I mean, take him out for 5 minutes, get him off the ice. Back in the day, if that guy fights a fourth liner, yeah, Dave, he better be checking the game notes because that's probably an enforcer who's ready to break his face in. But this day and age, you're just finding some scrub kid who's barely making the team, probably.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that was definitely the case, but nonetheless, it was a hell of a fight.
Oh, so the kid held his own then, huh?
Oh,
dude, he was almost ragdolling him for like the first couple seconds, and then Jamie then got pissed off, and then just basically threw him on his ass. I mean, he got a couple good shots on him. They both got some good shots on both each other, and then Jamie threw him down. But good fight. I feel like all the fights now, you don't ever see them, but two, you don't really see a good one.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. When did they stop? Like back when shields were first being worn, like. If you're going to throw down, like, it was gloves and the helmet came off. If you're wearing a shield. Now these guys are, like, throwing their hands into these shields. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I mean...
Well, now...
I don't know.
Now people have to wear shields because it's like I forget when the rule came in. I can check up on that. But it's kind of like if you don't wear a shield, it's because you were, like, grandfathered in. Like, you weren't wearing a shield before this rule came into play, but... Most kids have to wear at least half a visor now. So, yeah, when you're chucking knucks against some plastic visor, cutting your knuckles up.
No, but, I mean, when they first did it, everybody took their helmets off. Like, I swear to God, like, I'd watch it, and the guys were, like, and part of them getting their gloves off was to take their helmet off.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, too. But, yeah, nobody... I mean, I get the ones that it's, like, you're just pissed and you start throwing... You start throwing hands, like, immediately. So, you know what I mean? I get those ones, but, like, the ones that are staged, like... Yeah, they don't even go to take their helmet off.
Well, because that's back when like there was enforcers, like two heavyweights that were going out to tilt and get everybody riled up, or going out there and they're like, all right, let's do this. They took their helmets off. Like it's like unlike people donning their armor, they were like getting ready, like the opposite, like getting ready to get down to bare knuckles. But not anymore. There's no enforcers. There's like. You just get pissed and then you start throwing knuckles. It doesn't matter if you hit a head, or a plastic helmet, or a visor or not anymore, because you're not an enforcer. You're just angry. You're just mad.
You're just so mad.
Dude, your bet's looking kind of sketchy. I just saw a big long run on my TV screen. I don't know if you guys are watching the same Giants 49ers game that I'm watching.
I'm watching it, dude. It's not good. It is not good at all.
Good thing Eli Manning's a quarterback. You always have a chance that Eli's playing quarterback.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I would be scared, but he'll fucking find a way to dick it up, dude. Saquon's so good, though.
You did also put money
so
on the Niners.
I know. I mean, it was really one of those bets I was looking at, like, why am I even betting this game? That's sort of thing, Dave, I'm going to blame Dave for this.
What?
He bets every fucking, here we go, I'm doing it. You bet every game, and I feel like I have to bet every game. And then I'm sitting and going, like, why the fuck am I betting this Niners fucking Giants game? A bunch of teams that don't need to win the game anyways.
Hold on. Oh, no, this is good. Now, I finally have an audience to fucking shut this the fuck down. Okay, I thought this was going another way, but now that I'm going to bury you right where you stand. Oh my God, Odell almost got that.
Yeah, oh my God. All right, Barry.
Okay, so all I said, AT, was, so we have a group text for all the gambling stuff, Everybody has, like, their thoughts. If you read up on a game, you got, like, a little tape, like, put it out there. You might get called batshit crazy, whatever. All I said was, hey, hold on, I'm going to read it verbatim. Fuck you.
Yeah. Go to the end of it. Go to the end of it.
What's the best for today? What's the best?
Yeah, I said I'm finally even. It's time to get back into it. What are the bets for the day? That's all I said. And then, here we go. Well, boys, the balance is at 0. Let's go to work. Nate, Niners and Stars, NL, money line. Parlay, yep. Giddy up. That was it.
I'm just saying.
Go fuck yourself. Now, I thought you were going to get into me about the Notre Dame Dallas Cowboys shit show that went on this weekend, which you could go on a 2-minute rant.
Let's talk about it.
The floor is yours. That was bad.
Drew. That being said, I'm not taking back what I just said, okay, because it's true. That being said, Dave is, as you know, is a Kings, Dodgers, Notre Dame, Lakers, and Cowboys fan. Okay, those are his teams. But he is the most pessimistic motherfucker ever. And I said Dodgers, yes. But I'm saying every time he's like, oh, they're going to get beat by 100, blah, blah. So, for example, on Saturday, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish were playing the Florida State Seminoles. The Florida State Seminoles are hot fucking garbage. I mean, like, Chaparral varsity team could probably beat them. They're so bad, okay? They're just a bad football team, okay? And it's just that. And Dave goes, the Notre Dame quarterback's out, and Dave's like, get the house on Florida State.
What?
No. Why else? What else were they doing?
And they were wearing their green jerseys, and they're 7-6 in their green jerseys. But they were at home, okay, Drew? So what do? We take Florida State Seminoles in the points with 17 points, and they get beat by 40.
Yeah, they get steamrolled.
So and it's just like, dude, I don't care what stat bullshit green jerseys. If you could put fucking our grandmother out there at quarterback, they're not going to win. It's just not only not win, but not even get beat by fucking less than 17. So that was fun.
Now you just got to learn to take the opposite then. Whatever he says, just go like, all right, there is my bet.
It is. It's almost like, fuck you and your team. Okay, I'm going the opposite way. And another example, Dallas Cowboys. They're going to get steamrolled. Oh, here we go. So what did I do? I took the opposite. Took the Cowboys and the points, and look how that worked out. So I've lived and learned.
That was a surprise.
Said, Drew, we're going to segue into the Kings. I've been meaning to talk to you about this.
Okay.
Why do we not sign Quinville? Like now.
Right now.
Right now. Like right now.
Same thing.
Because we just signed the other guy. Desjardins.
Tough. That was it was bad timing. Different day. Different day.
Cap space too. I mean, are you like? Are you? I would assume we'd have to give up somebody to get him like a Pearson or something like that to clear up cap space because a coach like that's expensive and wherever.
He's gonna be $6 million, $7 million a year. I know.
Yeah, we only have like three. I think we have like 3 or 4 mil available, if that. So.
Wait, what? Wait, the coach's salary doesn't hit cap space.
Does it not?
Yeah. No. Luke has that in his fucking drawers. Dude, call me up for money. Look that up, dude. I don't think that's right.
Here's the thing. Like, you have to also assume that like Quinville also has to be deciding like where he wants to go too. Like he'd probably have everybody and their mothers reaching out to him right now. He's probably just like, you know what, I want to golf. You know what I mean? Like who knows if he wants.
Whoever has Manhattan fucking beach wins. How's that sound? Get the fuck out of here.
I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, do you want to go up to fucking Ottawa in the dead of the,
but there's other markets. I mean, like think about it. Like if he's coaching in Florida, his like taxes should be better.
No argument there.
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, I just feel like, that's what a lot of people said. He might just sit and just wait till the end of the year and then just sit back and see who pays him the most money wants to live. But
I guess the only reason why I thought a coach affected cap space was because like I've seen trades where a coach got traded too, and I didn't know if that's if that actually could happen or whatnot. But yeah, I think you guys are right. It's crazy how much money people like Kings are playing like people like Mike Richards and Matt Green for like that aren't even playing on the team. Like Matt Green's almost making $1 million. He's not even on the team. And then
he's still getting paid.
Yeah, Mike Richards, because of the way we cancel, he like basically voided Mike Richards' contract, and so we still owe him money because but he makes $250,000 this year, $250,000 next year, and then in 2020 he starts making $700,000, $900,000, $900,000, $700,000. So he makes money from the Kings until 2015. He makes how many million is that? That's
at least
1, 2, 3, 4. He makes about 6-7 million, and he's not even playing hockey.
That's awesome. That's all right. He's winning.
It's like the Bobby Bonilla.
But dude, I do love the Adam Oates thing though. That's awesome.
Yeah, that should hopefully kick into gear. If you guys haven't heard him, listen to him on Spit and Chicklets, and that's what he's going to implement on the Kings.
It's so good, and it honestly, like, it was twofold. It was kind of like, obviously I never played hockey, but like it sounds so simple, everything that he said. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, dude, people are reaching out to pay him like a couple mil, or however, 200,000, whatever his fee is.
Yeah.
And it's like, just like, don't fumble the puck in your own zone,
and don't go offside.
Don't go outside, yeah, or when you're late in your shift, like, what, where's your man? Where should you be at? You should be thinking all these things. And it's like, it just sounded so simple that I was like, God, dude, people really pay for that.
Yeah, and your power play, your passes got to be close.
What I noticed about that was this, like that's what happens, like, on these back-to-back games and all this stuff, is guys end up going through the motion and kind of just like, all right, I'm at the end of my shift, they get off with little to no thought of where everybody's at,
It's just
so
like...
all you're really asking them is to give them like another 10 seconds of your undivided attention to figure out what is going on and where it's going on at, to figure out what you're going to do,
It's just small, tiny mental breakdowns. If you're tired, that's one thing. But like I watched the Kings and like on the power play, you're trying to get some momentum, and you're trying to do like a D-to-D pass, and it's something as simple as that, like a pass like that can't get received, and like then that guy's rushed to either dump it deep or get it back across, and he can't make a real good read on what to do, and you have to kind of get control of the puck while you're on the power play. You're giving up goals on the penalty kill. Every time you have momentum with the puck and you're trying to get into the zone, you go off sides. You're just killing yourself left and right. So I don't know when or how much he's getting paid or when does he start, but hopefully soon and hopefully a lot, so he stays around and we can start seeing some results.
I know. I mean, somebody did make a good point. It was a Sharks fan, but Adam Oates can't make him skate faster. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Like, yeah, you can study all you want. Like, your body, your legs only move so fast when you're 35 years old. Like, that's just the way it is, Like,
yeah, I mean, that's just
you can't turn back your clock.
That's true. I don't think the Kings are a fast team by any means, but I don't think we're very slow. I just think we don't do a lot of things crisp, and our team is built off like structure, getting the puck deep and just like working people, and like when you have a bunch of breakdowns and you have no offense, like since me and my brother did a podcast a couple of days ago and we were joking around about how the Kings can't score. I think the Kings have played like 2 games and I think they've scored 1 goal between those 2 games since we've had done this podcast. Like they suck.
Yeah, dude, when I saw them play against the Stars, it was like the most painful thing to watch, because I understand they play in structure, and I understand the dump and chase, but like they legitimately dumped and chased for fucking 6 or however it was.
Dude, there's no entry into the zone.
And nothing. And it's like, and my thing is like, dude, how can you be a professional hockey player and go, hey man, your shit's not working. We gotta try some other entry into the zone. Like something, you know what I mean? Like someone's gotta take it in. Like Drew Jolly kind of like midway in the second period was like, this isn't working, and he would take it in the zone. But if his line wasn't out there, they would dump it and chase it. And it was just like, this isn't going to fucking work. You can't win games this way.
No. Oh, my God.
No, I haven't been able to watch the last game, the game I was referring to. We got shut out 1-0 against Calgary, and I didn't watch it. And I was like, well, thank God I didn't watch it. If you watch the highlights, Calgary scores it with like 2.5 minutes into the game, and the game ends 1-0. What a boring game to watch. It's just like forever, no scoring. I'd rather watch a score late in the third period for the game to end 1-0 than watch a score first minute of the game and then be like, all right, that was it. Like you get your hopes up.
Yeah, so no, I completely agree. That game was absolutely brutal. I think they lost like 4-1. Or maybe.
Oh, they got smoked by the Dallas Stars. Wow, what a surprise.
They made the Stars look good, and that's hard to do. That is very hard.
Jamie Benn didn't even have to fight.
He really didn't. He really didn't. They scored a couple goals, and it was fucking over.
He was happy.
I was like, if they go down 2 goals, it's like the game's over. Just literally call it right there because they just can't score.
Yeah.
Is anybody watching the 49ers right now?
Somebody's hurt.
Yeah, that was fucking brutal. Yeah, that guy, he knocked himself out.
Right, okay. No, well, that's what I'm asking. So I'm like, so when he comes to that game, like, whose fault is it? The NFL? Like his? Like, who are we going to blame when this guy pisses his pants tonight at 2 o'clock in the morning and, like, doesn't know where he's at?
He says he just hit somebody on the back of the head. Like, they come up and check and see if he's all right. He says, "Yeah, I'm all right." And then the guy, he hits him on the helmet for saying, he like thanks him. Like, you gotta stop hitting people in the head on the sidelines. Like, after a good play,
my God,
your whole team rocks your head. Like, you're like, yeah, good play. And bam, bam, bam. Everyone's hitting you in the head. What's up with all those?
Dude, I'll never forget John Tingley almost fought Aaron Watkins because John Tingley got his sack but smoked his head on the play. And he's coming to the sidelines, and Aaron Watkins just slaps him in the head, and John Tingley damn near, I think he actually tried to fight him. He was so fucking pissed. It was just like, don't fucking hit me in the head. I literally just lowered my head on the guy to get him down, and now my bell's ringing, and he fucking slapped me in the head. You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous.
Oh my God,
every team does it. Every team does it like crazy too. It's hilarious. You're like, dude, you guys are knocking each other out. Every small hit counts, and they're getting destroyed after like their best play.
Yeah, no. I was a big shoulder guy. Hit him on the shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Not the shoulder on the ass.
Can appreciate that.
Slap. Nice last slap. You know what I mean?
Little good game after that. Yeah, nicely done.
Yep. No harm, no foul.
Dave was the guy. See, Dave's not talking right now because he's the guy who's wailing on you after a good play. He's one of those. He's the culprit over here.
Somebody with like 6 concussions and like being knocked on. Yeah, I'm good with touching anybody in the fucking head unless I absolutely have to.
Yeah, you guys both. The Tissage family is known just for be pretty concussed, right? Like, you've gotten concussions and Andrew's gotten concussions. Shit, I saw Nate got a terrible concussion. He got one when we were like, what? How old were we, man? When you thought like,
dude, I was 11. I was 11.
You were
fucking Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez. I'll never forget that, dude.
He put the crown of his helmet right in your temple. Lights out.
Dude, I mean, that's what I was like. I was 11, dude, and I couldn't even like it was a practice, and it was a toss to the right, crack block, and just murdered me. And I was like, all right, well, that's fun.
Jeez, dude. I remember the ambulance had to come. You got taken away. We're like, all right, so back to practice after like a 30-minute delay of our little buddy NayNay who just got destroyed. Should we take another snap? Could get a couple reps in.
Yeah, really ruined the vibe of that practice, huh? What a dick. What a loser.
Your mom like came rushing in tears, like, oh, did she bring orange slices? Damn it.
Damn it.
She thought your mom was Andrew. That's how messed up he was.
I remember I got one in high school. I think it was my sophomore year. And Rentar was like, or no, it was my junior year. And he goes, he asked me who the president was. I was like, oh, fucking no. I don't even know what my name is right now, let alone the president.
You gotta ask me true or false questions.
Yeah, exactly.
They had bit about it. He's holding up a set of fingers, yes or no? Yeah. No, I think my worst one was, I was a freshman. I ended up missing the last game. It was the only game. Well, no, that's not true. Holy shit. Was the second to last.
Do you not remember when it was?
Yeah. Sorry if I don't remember.
Yeah, sorry if I don't remember my worst concussion. I was a bit concussed.
Yeah, I have to be more specific. So back when Chaparral was first opened, before you guys got there, when you were freshmen, we had to play JV teams because the schools that we played were so small. They just had a JV team and then a varsity team. So we always had to play JV teams, and we ended up playing Banning, who was just basically a bunch of Mexicans that were like 23 that were just dressing to fool around. I guess I don't know what was going on. My helmet comes off, and I decided to go running down the sideline to try and knock this guy out of bounds. And he just puts his helmet on my nose, breaks my nose open. Yeah, that was my first nose break. breaks my nose, just boom, and then like I'm like sitting up at the thing. I'm like just sitting there, like no idea. My Faulkner brings my helmet over, like, you all right? I was like, why? What happened? Like, cool. Yeah,
dude.
Was...
Yeah, Rentar would ask a question like red car, blue banana, or something like that. I don't even know what it was, but you'd have to like remember that on the sideline, whatever he told you. And like if you came back to you and you didn't remember it, he's like, "No, you can't go back out there." But I always remember whatever it was until now, years later. But hey, speaking about you breaking your nose, Dave, multiple times, it makes sense, man. You kind of have like a doorknob for a nose, man. What's going on there?
Dude, I because I can breathe out of one nostril, like I won't get it. They showed me how they were gonna fix it. I was gonna get fixed years ago, and the guy's like, I was like, oh, they're gonna put me out, re-break it. And he's like, no, we cut it open, then we break it, then we set it, and then you come back and we do it one more time. I'm like, I am fucking good on that. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, I could not believe what he was telling me. I was like, there's no way I'm doing any of that.
You come out looking like Michael Jackson, man. Your nose just fall off mid-play. You know whose dad fixed my brother's nose when he broke his and had a back concussion was Mr. Pulsifer. He fixed his. He was right up. But yeah, you're right. Like Evan had to go through like this whole re-cracking process, and he was all messed up for like a whole week and a half from fixing his nose.
That was it, a week and a half. God, I thought it'd be down like 6 months. Just like
I don't know. I was drunk. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't drunk. I was only like 14. But I don't really remember. It might have been longer, but I can't imagine it must have been longer than like 2 weeks. It's just like swelling and stuff like that, right? I mean, I would imagine after 14 days of icing, your grill, your face got to look pretty good.
Dude, I just like that one time you have to sneeze and you just
oh god, dude, I didn't think of that. My nose just went flying across the room.
Oh my god. Pulsar, I had to go Pulsar for my wisdom teeth. That was like, that was bad.
Dude, I'll never forget. I got my wisdom teeth done, and I told the nurse, she's like, oh, you know, what type of painkillers? Like, do any of them upset your stomach? Blah blah. I was like, yeah, they kind of all do except Percocets. Those are the only ones that work, dude. Dr. Pulsford gives me Tylenol fucking 3. What a dick.
He knew. He knew.
I'm like,
he's like,
thanks, Dr. Pulse.
He's like, try to smoke these, you prick, you little idiot.
So, like, how do I mash these up and snort them? Like, is that necessary?
What's going on? I can't sell these.
I can't sell these. Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I remember somebody gave me some one time though, and I took Percocet though, and I got super itchy. I almost ripped my fucking skin off my goddamn arms because I did. You know how some of them makes you itchy, and that was the one that was actually really bad.
Oh yeah, like a tingly feeling. You're like, oh my god, I hate that feeling on the Percocets or Vicodin. I remember when I had last year when I had my hernia surgery, it was like. I had what was it? I think I had Percocet, but I only took a couple, and it was just gross and tingly, and like you're itchy. Yeah, so I know what you're talking about. You
feel like something's crawling on your skin constantly, and you're just fucking like, yeah. No, that's.
Are you guys sure you guys weren't given like PCP?
I'm on top of the world. I can fly.
I don't want to judge you guys. Like I was pain-free, but I was gonna stretch my skin off. They're like, oh, okay.
I was gonna say, Drew, what did they give you for your hernia? They give you shit to the.
They gave me perks, but I ended up like honestly, I took half of what like every pill. I took half of it, and I only took them for like 3 days because my mom was stayed at my house for 3 days, and then she went back home. And after she went back home, I just started getting ripped. I just got baked and baked and baked and baked for like 2 whole weeks, and it sucked every time I had to cough, but I made sure not to take like that big a hit so I didn't cough. But I stopped taking the Percocets like right away, man. I didn't want to take any of that stuff because one, we're talking about how it makes you feel, but 2, like it backs you up, man. You can't drop a dookie on that shit, and you need that stuff to move pretty easily when you've got like problems with your abdomen. You got to have bowel movements pretty easy.
Yeah. No, I would definitely just take a bunch of edibles, man.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Fucking A. Yeah, speaking of edibles, last time we talked, I honestly don't even know I don't even know what was said.
Oh yeah, you took one
I was so
to wake up.
Man. Dude, yeah, no, I took 2 gummies on the way back from Baton Rouge, and I was like I couldn't talk. I was on one.
Guy goes, "Oh yeah, I can't talk. Let's do a podcast. That sounds like a great idea."
yeah. You guys want call me a bitch? I was like, no, guys, seriously, I literally have nothing to say. I can't open my mouth. So probably.
Did you listen to it?
Oh yeah.
You let me like nerd out for like a half hour on football. It was awesome.
No, you never.
Listen to it.
You never said it to me. I never heard it.
Oh yeah, no one ever did. But me and Dave probably did. I went back and listened to the whole thing. It was awesome. We were wrong on so many things, still are, because I can't believe Dallas actually. We talked a lot about Dallas, and I can't believe they won this weekend against the Eagles.
Dude, I'm just gonna say this one thing about this. Okay, like this was the worst. And oh, by the way, I said this to my buddy John Palmier. Shout out. We talked last night because John is the ultimate optimist, and I couldn't be more bigger pessimist. Yeah. So we're talking, and I said, this is literally the worst thing that could happen to us. Like I tell SC fans, like the best thing that could happen is that you bottom the fuck out. Like you make the decisions easy to clean house this miss. That win will set us back another 6 years. Like it gives everybody hope.
That's
like
funny.
Philadelphia is a dog shit football team. I hate to say this. You know, they'll be back because they like can see like what's going on. But like us, take that win, and like we'll set the next 5 years based on that bullshit win. You know, we'll go 7-9 or some shit like that. They'll extend back, and like it'll be a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Dude, the fact that like they're gonna if Jason Garrett gets, that's the thing is like if that win last night gets him another year, it's the biggest fucking joke. You know what I mean? Like just because your division is hot garbage and you still might be in the playoff run at 7-9 doesn't make you a good coach because you've been doing that for 7 9 years. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, just fucking move on. The guy sucks. The offense of coordinator Linehan's dog shit. It's just fucking just move on. You know?
Hey,
I don't even blame. I don't blame Jason Garrett. Like it's just like the guy has no say in who's calling plays. He has none of that. Like so, he's basically not even a head coach. You know, he's just out there to throw a challenge flag or.
Oh my god!
No flag. No. Oh god.
That's a great play. That's a great play.
Back to Jason Garrett. Like, I mean, like he's not really a head coach. No head coach would like submit to the terms that he does of like, hey, I don't get to choose my play caller. I don't get to choose my coordinators. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel bad for him because you don't really know what he's capable of because he's just a mouthpiece. You know, like he's just hey, he calls timeouts. Like that's basically it. You know.
Cowboys.
Yeah, he's a clapper.
Yeah. Cowboys. Yeah.
If somebody has like some game film with him talking to anybody, like send it to me because I've literally not seen him like pull anybody. I haven't seen him do shit. You know, like.
Well, here's the thing. I started this podcast off by saying I didn't watch any football this weekend. I haven't seen a highlight, so I really can't comment on it. But if that's what you're saying as the fan, you're the pessimist, then I think honestly, Dave, they have a chance this year. If that's what you're saying, I think you're going to be completely wrong. I think I'll put my money on them winning the Super Bowl just based off those last couple of statements.
But I mean, the only argument I have for it is like Dallas's defense was so bad that they had no choice to get it right, and they have. You know, like now it's a good defense. But
I see you, Manning. I know. So
what is the game? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When your offense is that bad and your defense is out there for that long, eventually they're gonna have to figure it out. They've got so many reps. You know, they're out there all day.
That's one way to look at it. They're bound to pull it together, right? I mean,
dude, you know what I wish? I wish the Sacramento Kings played offense for the actual LA Kings. We'd kill everybody, dude. If we score 108 goals a game, we'd be golden. The Kings would be money. I'm sorry to change the subject so abruptly, but I was just thinking that as the Kings score came up, they were like up 38-33. I guess they're beating some fuck team in the NBA. And I was like, you know what? I wish the actual Sacramento Kings played as offense for us because I think they'd fly around and score a lot of goals better than our team.
Did you speak?
Well, go ahead, guys.
Dave, what were you gonna say?
I was just going to say any development developments? I see it's still tied 1-1 in Dallas. Do they have any chances here, or what's going on?
No, it's just been going back and forth.
Yeah.
Some pretty bad hockey actually. But somebody's gonna let up a goal here soon. I can feel it.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah, big drive here by the Niners.
Dave, I got a question for you. Do pilots have like a term for roadhead as a pilot? Like, I know you have the Mile High Club, but is there like, I don't know, airhead, or is there like, what is it? What's it called?
Airhead. That's exactly right. You answered your own question. Airhead.
Is it really it? All right. There you go. I don't know if that was a thing.
32,000 feet? I don't know. Yeah, no, airhead sounds good. That's it. Very clever.
Little Hummer.
Hey, Jason Spezza just got basically his head taken off with a fucking blade and no call. So that's good, guys.
Look at that hole.
I honestly thought he was embellishing it, Drew. I was like, oh, what a bitch. And then they showed the replay. He just gets smoked in the face.
I think they should change it.
He's bleeding out.
They should change the rules of football. They should have you be able to challenge, like, unlimited challenges, and you should be able to challenge penalties. So, like, you could throw a flag after every play, and they can go review it and see if there were any penalties that were missed every single play. You can go look at every hold. You can go look at every offsides. You missed the hold. I'm throwing a challenge flag. There's definitely a holding out there. Slow the game down a bit, but I think it'd be better.
Oh, God, yeah, that'd be awesome for the viewers. As we cheer on the under. Speaking of officiating, I have to get something off my chest. Just a glimpse into the life of an official.
Is it a penis?
I'm working at What is that?
What?
I'm working a basketball game this weekend, and I'm down to debate every single call. I really am. Like, I don't mind that. But if you bring shit up to me as a coach or a player that is hot garbage, so this coach, I have to ref him another 3 times, right? We have one of these plays that's a block call, basket goes in, and he starts arguing that one of the kids grabbed the net and it should be basket interference. So we all get together and it takes 30 seconds to be like, did you see it? No. Did you see it? No. I didn't see it. No. We're not going with it. And he starts flipping out. He puts on his whole bullshit charade, right? And he's like a nerd. He played basketball literally because he was only tall. I guarantee you, at no point did he ever score more than 6 points in a game. Fucking ever. Right? So I go to, of course I get the tape, I go right to the play, and we're talking the kid on a follow through with a backhand, the ball is already hit the ground and the guy hits the net as he's following through, and that's what he was arguing. I'm just this shit stain is gonna catch hey, why are the first 3 fouls automatically on me when my guys aren't even around? I'm gonna be yeah. That's what happens when you make me go. That's what happens when you make me go to the goddamn film room to look at bullshit nonsense.
Can you toss? Have you ever had to toss a coach?
I talk to the coaches all the time.
You toss them all the time?
Yeah, for basketball all the time.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
There's one play. It's so funny because I don't know if I was convincing, but it's clearly the worst out of bounds call I've ever had. I'm just fucking. The red team basically bitch slapped the ball out of bounds, and I'm just white. And I point, and there's one kid that throws his hands up, but nobody else does anything. So he's oh shit, maybe something else happened. And oh my god. And then but there's one play. There's one where it was just a bad. I didn't call anything. Coach is flipping out, so I just walk over to him. I'm just hey, I blew it. Don't get it technical and show me up. I know I missed it. It's all good. And then they're usually cool with it. It's just when you fuck it up and then you double down about how you're right, It's just
I never thought about that. You must be really a prick if you're nope, I call it as I see it.
No. Yeah, no, I just walked over to him hey, it's a shit call. Don't sweat it, He's okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean talk to coaches. I said, have you ever tossed coaches? Have you ever got ejected people? And if so,
yeah.
What's the worst couple of things you heard? Said to you?
Oh, it's not usually. I usually can't even hear what they're saying in those arenas or even the bigger gyms. You can't really hear what they're saying. They're just they're out at midcourt. They're out on the floor. They're throwing their hands up. They're just making asses out of themselves. But I never. So how it's supposed to go? If me and you are working together, he gets on you, and then so the idea is if you keep him once, you get the hell out of the way, and then if I'm throwing him out, now he's going to it. He started on you. Now he's on me. Now he's gone. So it's never me. I never sit there and go, belly to belly with them like a baseball umpire. It's usually two of us at least that'll throw them out.
Yeah.
Somebody will hang it up on him once, and then the second guy comes in. If he doesn't stop, then he's gone.
Oh, I don't understand the whole baseball thing. If anybody ever got in my face and barked at me like they do in there, I'd be like, why don't they just have like hockey fights, but just like baseball? If you just, instead of yelling at each other, square up, like your manager should just square up, grab his jersey, and throw some punches at his face.
Jacket scored?
Jacket scored.
Oh, okay. That doesn't matter.
Fucking wrap around, dude. Fucking wrap around. God, they fucking suck.
So, who scored for the Jackets, though? That's the bigger question.
Hey, Drew. Whenever you get a chance, look up the save Kadobi, whatever the fucking backup the Stars is, dude. He had the sickest kick save ever, like wide open net, and he fucking kicks it out of the air.
Save of the year.
He's better than Bishop. Like, why is he not the starter?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Well, he just let one go right through the fucking blue paint. So that was fun. Oh. So, yeah, that's why he's the backup. Fuck.
Well, boys, I think, speaking of backup, I'm going to need to find some backup or I'm going to have to end this episode because I am drained and I got some shit to do before I go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get after it, dude. I got to get some shit done as well.
When do you fly out to, where the fuck? Denver.
I fly out to Denver Saturday morning.
Okay.
You got the early flight. On Southwest. So.
Quick turnaround, like back Sunday?
No. I'm going for a week, Saturday.
Oh, okay. So that's what you meant by 2 weekends. And then what about you, Dave? You got busy week or long weekend?
Yeah, I'm on call tomorrow. Well, I go on call at midnight, so I just walk around my house with my backpack. I can't really do anything.
Dave, are you going to try to make Thanksgiving, or what? Are you working, or what?
Not Thanksgiving, but I'll be there Christmas Eve.
Ready then.
Santa's gonna get lit.
On some eggnog. All right, boys. I'll get this shit up and running here. Hopefully, in like an hour.
All right, maybe next time. Hold on. Two things. One, maybe you boys want to do one of these podcasts when you're not on edibles or fucking traveling across the country. And two, a shout out to Carroll College, Mike Van Diest, retiring today after 20 seasons, 203 wins, 6 national titles.
Not a big deal.
God bless him.
Yeah, damn, you know your sports, man. Look at all that shit. I didn't even know Carroll College.
I find that on the map, Drew.
I have to take shit from you guys.
I don't have to take shit from you guys. All right, love you guys. See you guys soon. Later.
All right, guys.